Istikhara is not istishara. Istikhara is not seeking advice from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show me the way. That's a misconception. People make this mistake. People make this mistake. One of the ulama here, actually, I won't mention his name. One of the ulama here, actually affiliated with Compass, he actually went to see a girl, and she was an alima. They liked each other. There was nothing wrong with her. There was nothing wrong with him. He came back 2-3 days later. She rejected him. Why did she reject him? Well, she said, I didn't see anything in istikhara. Allah ki bandi, you don't need to see anything in istikhara. Istikhara is not some kind of, first of all, let's establish this, right? Dreams. How do you know that the dream that you're going to see in the istikhara, how do you know that's not coming from shaitan? Only the anbiya, only the prophets, they are the only ones that can 100% say that their dreams are truth. Other than that, how can you claim that your istikhara, that the dream that you're seeing in your istikhara, that's not coming from the shaitan? This sister, when I gave this lecture of Fiqh of Marriage in Birmingham University, this sister came up, she asked me a question, and she said, brother, I did istikhara, and my grandma did istikhara, and my istikhara said that I should marry somebody, and my grandma's istikhara said that I should marry somebody else. They both can't be right. So either both of them are right, or you completely misunderstood the istikhara. Istikhara is nothing else other than saying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah, I am going to do a major decision. I am taking a major decision in my life. Allah, give me barakah in it. It's something that I want to do. And this is, remember, after you've done all your research, after you've gone and seen that person, after you have kind of found out everything about the family to the best of your ability, and now you kind of contending in your heart that maybe this guy is the right one. So what you do is you read 2 Salatul Istikhara and you say, Allah, Allahumma khirli. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that, the Sahaba say that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to teach us istikhara the way that we used to read Surah Fatiha. And there are 2 istikharas. One is that this dua, Allahumma inni astakhiruka bi'ilmika wa astaqdiruka biqudratika wa as'aluka min fadlika al-azim fa innaka taqdiru wa la aqdiru wa ta'lamu wa la a'lamu wa anta 'allamul ghuyub. Allahumma in kunta ta'lam anna hadha al-amra khayrun li fi dini wa ma'ashi wa 'aqibati amri faqdirhu li wa yassirhu li thumma barik li fihi wa in kunta ta'lam anna hadha al-amra sharrun li fi dini wa ma'ashi wa 'aqibati amri fasrifu 'anni wasrifu 'anni wa qaddir li al-khayra haythu kan thumma ardini bi. This is the long one which you do with the prayer. But there is a shorter one, and we'll make you read it, which the Prophet ﷺ used to read it every time, and he used to make the Sahabas read it every single time, and the Sahabas say, we used to learn this the way we used to learn Surah Al-Fatiha. And the short istikhara is, Allahumma khirli, read after me, Allahumma khirli, wakhtarli. Allahumma khirli, wakhtarli. Allahumma khirli, wakhtarli. Which means, Allahumma khirli, Allah, give me khair, give me goodness in it, wakhtarli, and make this the perfect choice for me. Allahumma khirli, wakhtarli. Allahumma khirli, wakhtarli. So basically, istikhara, the whole purpose of istikhara is not to go into a dialogue with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's wrong. Because how do you know that the dream that you're seeing, that is coming from Allah? Some people say that, oh, you have to do it for 7 days, and you have to sleep on a clean clothes and clean sheet, and you have to sleep on the right side, and it has to be before Fajr, that dream. These are all just academic gymnastics. You can't prove anything. You can't prove that this is not coming from the shaitan. Some people say that, oh, if you see, like Imam Ibn Abidin writes in his fatwa, that if you see green light is supposed to be the Gumbad al-Khadra, the dome of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if you see all of these things, then if you see all of these things, then no. Imam al-Nawawi rahmatullahi alayhi mentions this in Kitab al-Adhkar. He says that there are no sahih hadith, or even da'if hadith related to that you have to see anything or you have to feel anything in the istikhara. The ulama, they say that once you've done all your research, once you've done everything and you can't go forward, what you do is you read the Salatul Istikhara and you say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's like putting the belt on. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I've put the car seat on, the belt on. Now, subhanalladhi sakhara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin. Then you read the dua. The person is going to be stupid who doesn't have the belt on and he says, you know, Subhanallah, sakhara lana hadha, Allah going to protect me. No, Allah doesn't work like that. Allah works in causes and effects. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do your research, do everything, and then do Salatul Istikhara, and inshallah will get barakah. Salatul Istikhara is a special dua that you do, and then you go for it. You don't wait for an answer from Allah because it's not going to come. You don't wait for an answer. You go for it. If you think that's right, then you go for it. This sister, when she asked me that I don't know if I was to divorce my husband or if I was to have a baby, I said, well, if you're actually thinking about divorcing your husband, then maybe it's wrong to have a baby. You know, so we have to think. You know, when the reason why I'm mentioning this is that many good proposals have been denied on the basis of istikhara. That I didn't see anything. Oh, my mom saw something else. Do your research, do everything properly, network with people, find out everything as far as possible, do Salatul Istikhara, and inshallah go for it. We're coming to the bridal gift now. Oh, that's actually quite telling, this picture. That's quite hard hitting this picture. Anyway, but we're not there yet. So now, you've kind of, what to look for a person, compatibility and everything. You've found the method that you're going to kind of use. Then it's the formal stage. The formal stage is when you get the parents, the elders involved. And the thing is that in this hadith of Darimi and Ibn Hibban and Ahmad al-Tirmidhi, the Prophet ﷺ is basically saying that go and look for at the husband, or go on. I mean, normally the husband, the boy goes to the girl's house, and they get time to see each other. So that time, I mean, the thing is that people have different kind of cultures. In our Bangladeshi culture, we have something called sini fan, which is kind of an engagement. Sini is from sugar, and fan is from pan. Okay, so they give. I don't know if you've noted the etymology of it is that they give sharbat, this orange juice. Normally it's just Quash or Robinson's, and then they have a whole big thali of pan, and they call it sini fan. It's a tradition anyway, but that's where kind of the engagement is supposed to happen that day. So one of the things that happens on that day is that they kind of, before the sini fan, sorry, I've gone too forward. What happens is that the guy and the girl, they meet in the house of the girl, and then they talk. I mean, I don't know how different families or different cultures probably will have it differently, but they should be given enough time. They should be given enough time that they kind of, the boy and the girl, they kind of get a feeling of who they're dealing with. Okay. And they should actually be given quite a, one mufti basically wrote a fatwa, and he said that it should, the whole incident should be more than 2 minutes. Okay. And I wrote back and I said, Allah Bande, you're going to decide your whole life on 2 minutes. How is that possible? Okay. You could take 5 hours if you want. As long as there's somebody there chaperoning you, and your parents are alright with it, then that's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's a decision that you want to make of your life. You need to ask questions. Again, it's an intellectual thing. You need to ask questions. She needs to ask questions. You need to look at her. She needs to look at you. So it needs to be kind of a negotiation. It needs to no.
Is there any questions you should ask?
Well, we've got to put a whole list of questions. Okay. So meeting with the potential spouse. Okay. So maybe first time when a boy actually goes to see a girl, the woman is normally really shy, and she can't look up because women are modest. So maybe one meeting is not enough. Maybe a second meeting. Again, it needs to be chaperoned with the knowledge of the elders. You can't just meet this girl and then go and meet her behind the bush or something like that and say, we need to chat about our relationship. You can't do that. Again, remember, it has to be intellectual. Everything before the marriage has to be an intellectual decision. Okay. Limits of interaction and khalwa. First of all, we need to define the boundaries and how much can you talk, and what is limits of the interaction, what can you talk. So most of the things is you need to ask about life. So I've given a whole list of something there. You may have something else. As far as khalwa is concerned, khalwa is that a man